USC recruiting has been on a heater for the past 3 weeks, and it doesn't look to be slowing down anytime soon. The Trojans, they're up to 8 commitments and have the 3rd-ranked class in the country right now. I got Scott Schrader from USC on to talk about what is next for USC recruiting. But first, Trojan fans, lock in and hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We're going to be talking USC recruiting all season long, so lock in right now. Hit subscribe for me, please. All right. We got to start with Julian Lewis, the number 9 overall player in the country, committed to USC since August, and he was back in LA. How did Julian Lewis's visit go to USC this past weekend?
The visit went extremely well for USC people. It went as well as it possibly could. I think it's the best they've felt about him in quite a while. They weren't expecting an imminent decommitment or anything like that, but no. They were wondering what might be happening. So this visit really kind of helped them out a lot. I think it helped Juju out a lot. So I think the visit helped him in ways maybe I'm not able to share because I haven't had a chance to talk with him. But I know they left Los Angeles feeling really, really strong about USC.
Yeah, that's kind of the word out of there. Steve Wiltfong, On3's national recruiting analyst, had a great interview, goes in depth. You guys have it on the front page of your site. Go check that out now. What are you hearing, though, for what's next for Lewis? I mean, he had scheduled these visits. Do you still expect him to kind of go on this spring and summer tour of seeing other schools?
I do think he's going to take these visits. I asked his dad if that was going to be the case, and he said they were going to take his visits. These visits are probably going to come in June. It kind of sounded like his USC official visit may not happen in June. It may happen later in the year. So I'm not really sure where things stand on that. But right. Yeah, I do expect him to take the visits. And I'll be quite honest with you. I think you'll agree with me. I think these guys should take their visits. I think they should take their visits before they commit. But if they're going to commit early, I think you need to keep your eyes open to other opportunities just in case there's big changes. Because, this offseason kind of highlighted on how crazy things can get with coaching situations.
Yeah, I feel like the old school mentality that Dabo and some other coaches had about commits not taking visits or we're going to cut you loose, that just doesn't work anymore in this day and age of college football. You just have to kind of go with the flow. Like you said, ideally you would like your commitments to take all their visits before committing, but in the year of 2024, 2025 cycles, we're not seeing that happen anymore. I wanted to talk about Julian Lewis's impact on the wide receiver board. I know he was there over the weekend with Andrew Marsh, who is a priority target for the Trojans, but there's some other big names on the board like a Khalil Lockett or Vernell Brown or Dylan McCutcheon. What type of impact is he having on the wide receiver board?
Well, yeah, just hitting on Andrew Marsh, who I did talk to right after his visit yesterday. He said it's a big deal to be able to have somebody like him he can develop a relationship with and know that he is an elite quarterback. And I think that's no shocker to anybody. Obviously these receivers want to have a good quarterback wherever they go. But I think being able to develop the relationship, they had an opportunity to talk by themselves. It wasn't just a meeting with like Lincoln Riley and the USC coaching staff and family. It was just kind of those guys getting together. He's probably not pushing as hard as USC is for him to commit, but Andrew said that Julian was definitely pushing him to commit.
All right. Well, wanted to bring you on, talk a little Julian Lewis. I didn't think he was going to shut it down, but like you said, it does sound like the USC Trojans maybe in the best spot they've been in with Julian Lewis since he committed back in August. Would you agree with me?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. There was some concerns when he came out to Southern California a few weeks back, played in a 7-on-7 event and did not visit USC. Now, people can read into what they want, but for me, I remember asking if he was visiting USC on that visit, and TC Lewis said no. And I was just kind of like, wow, okay. I mean, it was really not that difficult to get to USC, but they were busy taking care of stuff. But this is definitely the best they felt about him, and I think that going forward, this is going to be we'll probably hear more and more about Julian helping with the recruiting effort as well.
All right. Well, that is what USC fans want to hear. Scott Schrader from USC. Thanks for dropping by the Inside Scoop, talking a little Julian Lewis today. Thank you for watching this video. And if you enjoyed that, go check out the hundreds of videos that we have on this channel. And also do me a favor, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel.